All right, last night, man, I was just getting up to speed with this Trav situation. I was ignoring it, like I didn't know what it was about, but I knew who Kid was. I remember when, him and 50 got into it on the stage with Meek, and 50 pushed him and stuff of that nature, man. And people trying to throw this dude under the bus, but it's one thing that his story is consistent with, and that's 50 Cent being a weak ass leader, dude, being a bum ass leader. That man ain't got no reason to come on here and tell a bunch of lies about 50. But the thing is, in this society, no matter if it's NBA, NFL, boxing, music, entertainment, whatever it is, you just got a bunch of apologists, right? You just got a bunch of, cocksuckers that don't know how to call a spade a spade. They just feel like they apologists and they in their eyes they idol can do no wrong. You don't have a whole bunch of straight shooters on here no more, man. But or just out here in general. But hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And basically, he broke down the whole situation, and the railroad got too many people with too much time on his hands. But he went on and said a lot of things, like he was running with 50 since he was 11 years old and being naive and not knowing that, 50 was snitching on the Ghetto Quran. If you don't know what that is, go back and check out 50 Cent Power of a Dollar album, where he was snitching on people on wax. People swear 50 ain't a snitch, but hey, you snitching on records or you snitching to the feds, it's all the same thing. A snitch is a snitch, right? And one of my dudes on Twitter got me, I was like, well, Trav a rat. But if Trav was raised by 50, how did he become a rat? At 11 years old, running around with 50 Cent. Let that sit in, man. That's his OG. So come on, for people that saying, oh, 50 don't have no responsibility. Well, no, he was with 50 the whole time. Same thing about Bagel Smurf. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes that 50 been around, bro. Bagel Smurf, Trav, Lloyd Banks, Bucks, Tony Yayo selling weed in Queens. You can say what you want to say about Jay. Jay cut the fat off, but Jay still took care of his peoples, though. The dudes he chose to take care of, maybe Meek Mill. I'm not Meek Mill, but Memphis Bleak. He cool with Jazzo now. The number of people that, him and Dame Dash didn't go the right way. I felt that he kind of did Dame a little bit dirty. He really don't speak on it. Benny Siegel didn't want to listen to him. He left Benny Siegel, go back to jail when he could have been released to his custody. That is what it is. But at least he has, some of his people are producing and being fruitful. According to this dude, Trav, 50 Cent wasn't trying to feed or help none of his soldiers out. You know what I'm saying? You talking about how Lloyd Banks' dad died and 50 didn't show up and support him. He said, you don't even know your dad. What type of dude say that? And he said that, they was protecting 50, and 50, they roll all together. 50 wouldn't gas up their vehicles. 50 wouldn't pay them no money. They was just there protecting 50 for free. And a lot of the dudes that he was talking about, they branched off and they was getting money on their own now. They stopped going to 50 shows, according to him, and they just, they had to get it on their own. 50 wasn't feeding the soldiers. And when you don't feed your soldiers, I think the best possible scenario happened to him where they went off and did their own thing and got money however they had to get money. He said, 50 said we couldn't trap around him, so how we was going to get money? And what they did was they branched off and got money on their own. Whatever you say about the dude Trav, at least he ain't homeless and he got a little bit of jewelry around his neck. He must be doing something the right way, But, yeah, you can't. And the second thing that could have happened is they could have just took him out. That's what happened to a lot of people, that leaders and kings and stuff of that nature. They own people take them out the game, and that's a fact. So the best of case scenario for 50 happened was, all his people around him, his foot soldiers and guys, they went to go get it on their own. After he got shot, Bagel Smurf interview, I'll link all this in the description. He under source link, he said that 50 ran off to the Poconos. He said 50 was just known for bullying smaller people. When it came to the higher ups and the real street dudes, 50 wouldn't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? But the kid goes on and just basically say that he told 50 about his mom's situation. 50 didn't want to help out with that. He talked about Lloyd Banks and how 50 didn't want to help out with that, and how Banks and Buck and Tony Ayo all doing bad, and if, you know, that's, I'm trying to tell you, dude, that's just, you know, you can just look at this situation and you can just tell 50 Cent ain't no good leader, bro. You know, how everybody you came up with doing bad, but you the only one doing good. Buck, come on, man, look how you doing, Buck. Come on, going, you know, he talking about Buck on money, so Buck put an album up or put a song up, he take it down. What type of real nigga do that? Who would do that? Well, Buck owe him money, and then, come on, man, is it that important? He probably, and Buck say he don't owe him no more. Is it that important, bro? So you want to starve him out, not let him do nothing. He's talking about how Tony Ayo had to ask 50 Cent, had to ask Floyd Mayweather for $5,000 to pay his mortgage because 50 wouldn't get to him. So he went to the club with Floyd. 50 called him, and Tony Ayo didn't answer the phone, and 50 ran up on him and threw him in the bushes. The video I put in the description with Trav, tell him he put the video up. He said, yeah, I don't even know who it was. So he said 50 and Floyd was beef, and that's another thing that reunited the beef. Because Tony Ayo had to go outside the G-Unit circle and ask another nigga for $5,000 to pay his mortgage. You know what I'm saying? So how can anybody get on here and get mad for this dude putting this out here? Because it's consistent with what's going on. No way with Lloyd Banks' first album, Young Buck first album, that them album shit, and the G-Unit album, they should went on to be fruitful. 50 Cent made sure, and I said this before, 50 Cent made sure they wasn't going to be successful. They weren't going to be bigger than him at no point in time. He was using Buck pen on some of his songs. Lloyd Banks wrote the hook on In the Club. Buck said, I was writing shit for 50 and I wasn't even getting a dime. And, you know, to me, it sounded like a bunch of ham sandwiches around 50. But as far as the musicians go around 50, you buying into the contract. So if you don't do what he say do, guess what? You froze out. And they got froze out anyway. But 50 didn't want no, you can't have a leader like that, bro. You can't have somebody that don't want to see you do better than them, or don't want to see you reach your full potential. They want to keep you all the way a couple steps below them, and that's what it is with 50. That nigga ain't lying. That young dude, I could tell him he ain't lying, bro. He ain't lying, bro. And what it bring you back to was Dame Dash. He said, man, I like to crave bosses. You know, I don't want people working up under me forever. And you got to have a big G, a homie, an OG like that. This is an 11-year-old kid that he had in the middle of a beef where he got, he shot 6-9 times. This is an 11-year-old kid that he raised. You know what I'm saying? He probably spent more time with this dude than he spent with his son Marquise. And we'll get to that point when he talked about that. So you sit here and say, oh, he's just a good kid. So you just had a good kid around you, bro? He's not a tough guy. So you had him around you protecting you, though. Same thing Buck said. They had to protect him at shows from people that was trying to take his head off. So all these different people that we know, this ain't just no conspiracy theories where, excuse me, this ain't no conspiracy theory where, you know, oh, I bought something from him. Yeah, I know him, and we ain't got no pictures. These are well-known confidants you had around you. And they're all saying the same thing, except for Banks really ain't saying nothing. But we can see the way Banks' career going, what it is. They all saying the same. Only person that really ain't saying that is Tony Ayo. But if he truly selling weed in Queens, he don't have to say nothing. He don't have to say nothing. This young dude, this dude ain't lying, Trav. You know what I'm saying? This Trav dude ain't lying, man. You can just look at around 50 Cent. Who was fruitful and successful? At least you can look at Jay and say, hey, at least Memphis Bleak still getting the bag. At least you can say one person. He patched it up with Jazzo. Emory Jones came home. His cousin, whoever it was, he put him on. I can think of 3 people off top that he put on. Meek Mill, he putting them on. Who is 50 put on? M put him on, and because his relationship with Eminem is making him invincible. Same thing with the Eminem apologists. The same people that protect Eminem on online are the same people that protect 50 Cent. Niggas that's from the suburbs. That ain't any street dude, any dude that grew up in the hood, they not gonna co-sign what 50 did. None. None, not at all. And the dude say, you know, his mom said, how can you expect 50 Cent to love you when he don't love his own son? Deep. And people don't look at it that way. You beef with everybody, including your baby mamas and your son. Just let that marinate like neck bone juice. Your son, you done fell out with Floyd and start telling him. Females do that. When females fall out, they end up telling all that, oh, you mess with Jerome and you suck this dude. Females do that, bro. Every time 50 fall out with somebody, he air their business out like a female. He beefing with people on Power, the girl on Power, joking about his own actor. Cause he miserable. He miserable. Deep down inside, somebody that always beefing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's always beefing, that's always getting into it with their friends. That's the only person he ain't bumped heads with is that clear boy Eminem and Dr. Dre. He bumped heads with Jimmy Iovine. That's why he's banned from radio. You know, he bumped head with everybody besides Dr. Dre and Eminem. Him and the game bumped heads, whoever you want to blame for that. And the smartest thing the game did was use 50 Cent and move on. The game is the smartest 50 Cent, you know, G-Unit member of all time. It's because the game was a real street nigga, dog. Or to a certain extent, he had to be. Or he had common sense. The rest of them had uncommon sense. Game seen what type of dude that dude was. He said, I'm going to use this nigga like he using me. I'm going to get on. The game was the smartest one. The game stayed under, say, with G-Unit, contrary to what he said, we would have made a lot of money. Man, no, 50 Cent was never going to let you surpass him at no point in his career. Of your career. The game was the smartest one. Bar none. He was the smartest G-Unit member. Use him, abuse him, and get on. The rest of them dudes working for free around 50, you know, they're doing nothing. The dude said I had to get on and take care of myself and my mom. But if you can't love your own son, and that boy look just like 50, bro. If you can't love your own son, you beef with your own flesh and blood. I don't care what the mama did. What the mama said. If you beefing with your own son, you know what I'm saying, that look just like you. And the dude Trav said, I spoke more to Marquise than he did. I can't trust you if you ain't got no good relationship with your son. And you didn't know him since he was a baby. And you beefing with your son. If you beef with your son, you'll beef with me. You don't care about me, so you can't. He don't love that boy. So if you don't love your son, you don't have to like your kids. But if you don't love your kids, how you gonna show love? And everybody around 50, from the baby mamas to Floyd to the G-Unit members, Buck, Banks, Yayo to the foot soldiers, Bangle Smurf, Trav, all of them got the same story. The consistent mark, the consistent rat, the consistent whack leader, the dude that's miserable because he don't know what family is and he don't have a family, he don't trust nobody. He don't take care of his family as far as the people that fall up under him. Is 50. Every beef you got is 50 fault. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all can say, and people gonna come here and say, you know, this dude did this, he was a rat and he whacked. He came under 50 wing. 11 years old. So if he came out to be a terrible human being, a punk, a fake tough guy, a rat, who responsible? 50 raised him. Come on, bruh. That man wasn't lying, bro. Look at who's been successful under 50. None of them. Now that Tony L got to ask 50 to pay for his rent, his mortgage. Don't forget 50 also, you know, talking about Yayo owe him some money. Remember, he got him on live, and he like, man, Yayo was like, man, don't do that to me, Fifth. He had him on the phone. Come on, Fifth, don't do that to me. He was going around talking about who owed money. Don't do that to me, Fifth. He said, what you want me to do? Kill somebody? Who you want me to shoot? That's what he said. Who you want me to shoot? Come on, man. Talking about you gotta give me, you owe me some money, man. Like I said before, dude. If you can't see this dude is a shitty human being, a whack leader, bro, and you gonna go against the grain on every dude he beefing with, bro. From 50, till he had a little deep through Yale in the bushes. I put that link in the description too, where Trav showed that on that in live. To how he destroyed Banks and Buck career because they was gonna be hotter than him at one point. To what he did to Bangle Smurf, what he did to Trav. Just go down the line. To his son, to his BMs, all that, dog. All that, man. But people just apologists, bro. Same thing with Eminem, a white supremacist. I ain't missing no words. Black girls ain't shit. White girls are better. Ain't that what he say? Dropping the N-word. Royce the 5'9". I backed off him. It's a video of him and him hype man with Eminem, and Eminem dropping the N-word. People gonna ignore that, and we should have never went against the grain on Benzino or Will Smith on Eminem, but because of his Eminem affiliation, to him kissing up to the white man, he get a little suburban internet G pass, man. But I definitely agree with Hassan said. I agree with the brother Trav said. All that, man. This dude just a shitty ass human being, bro. He miserable, he hurting inside, and he ain't got no peace. He can have all the money in the world, he can have all the cars in the world, you know what I'm saying? But it's one consistent thing, everybody that's affiliated with him, he fall out with, except for Eminem and Dr. Dre. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I dropped the Trav interview in the description of the source link. Also dropped the Bangle Smurf little interview he did talking about how 50 ran to the Poconos after getting shot up and said that's why 50 got mad. It is what it is. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out Music Entertainment playlist for more videos like this. Want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal. They're best with a donation to the video. One time for the one time we go.